off to project number 6. Okay, let's see what's in the bag. Oh, we're making a gnome. This is what your gnome is going to look like. He has a cute little mustache, a beard, heart-shaped nose, and a pom-pom. So what we have is a foam cone, some fluffy yarn, a multicolored yarn for the mustache, a heart-shaped wooden piece, and a pom-pom. Oh, and a white pipe cleaner. All right, step 1, we will get our flat brush, open up our red paint, but this is totally up to you as to what color hat your gnome is wearing. Oh, my brush needs a little bit of a rinse. Soften the bristles, dip it in red, and start painting the foam all over in whatever color you like. I'm gonna go with red. The bottom of the gnome, or the bottom of the cone, is going to be the beard, so you don't need to paint that. So you can place it right there and cover any fingerprints that you may have put on there. And wash your brush. Set the cone aside to dry. Gonna give my hands a wipe here. Now I will use my round brush, and we've seen this trick in a different video, where I will dip the bottom of my brush in white paint and add little white dots. To decorate my gnome's hat. You can do any patterns you like. Once you're happy with it, set it aside to dry. Plug in your glue gun. I like to use these small ones because they don't get super hot and burn my fingers. And again, if you want, ask a grown-up to help you with this. I will take out my yarn, the multicolored one. And I will start by wrapping it around all my fingers. Keep your fingers spaced apart to make the mustache longer or shorter. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the whole thing. Make sure it doesn't get knotted. Make sure you're freeing the yarn as you go. When you get towards the end, grab the end piece, put it through between your fingers, and wrap it around your index fingers a couple of times. And this will hold your yarn down the middle together. I'm going to keep my pinky in and do this a couple of more times. Loop it one last time around the yarn. take the end piece and put it through that loop before you pull it on tight. That will give you a little knot. And this will be the middle of your mustache. Go ahead and cut the bottom of it. Trim your mustache. And now you have the gnome's mustache ready. Now make sure your hands are clean for this beautiful white yarn. And I will go ahead and do the same thing I did with the mustache piece. Wrap it around all my fingers. I know my hands are super red in this, but I did wipe them so they won't stain my white yarn. This time, I'm going to place the scissor where my index finger was, cut. Make sure I got them all. These will give me even length yarn. And I will place it over here, take over all the unnecessary pieces. And let's check how dry our cone is. Okay, I can start by placing the pom-pom on top of the cone. Put enough glue to hold that in place. And put your pom-pom right on top. Once your paint is dry, grab your glue gun and about 2 finger widths from the bottom of your cone, start placing some glue in a straight line and grab your yarn in half and place it around your hat. If you have any gaps, place a little more glue there and place any extra yarn you may have. And make sure that's the front of your gnome. Here's my bearded gnome. Next, I will take my pipe cleaner and wrap it around the rim of the hat. I will glue that at the beginning and the back of it so it stays in place, and cut off any extra. I will hide this with the nose, but first the gnome needs his little mustache. So I'm going to go ahead and place some more glue on top of the end of the pipe cleaner here and glue the mustache right on top. And now the nose. Make sure your nose goes on top of the middle of the mustache and touches the top part of it to the hat. Make sure you take off any excess glue. Be careful with this step not to burn your little fingers. And now all it needs is a piece of yarn. Tie a knot to the ends. And at the back of the gnome, place a big blob of glue here and put the knot right on top of that and hold it in place for a few seconds. And you're done.